And if you're a fan of True Blood, you probably like vampires. If that's the case, this next area is right up your alley, because how can we talk about the streets of Little Europe or Universal Studios in general without talking about our classic monster movies? If you take a look over on the right-hand side of the tram, you'll see the Court of Miracles, and that's where some of our most famous movie monsters got their start. I'm talking about monsters like the Hunchback of Notre Dame. I love this college football team. Frankenstein's monster started here with the Mummy. And of course, you know Dracula, the Phantom, the Wolfman, the Invisible Man, the Bride of Frankenstein. All those creepy crawlies got the career started right there in the Court of Miracles here on the Universal Studios back lot. Okay, so far we talked a lot about things that film here on the lot, but guys, we haven't seen any filming or big-time Hollywood stars. There is a reason. We're in that time of the year that we call summer hiatus. Hiatus is just a fancy word for vacation. The big-time Hollywood stars, they take the summer off just like you. But that's good news for us on the tour. That means we can take you to places that we normally can't go when we're busy. We can actually go inside one of our sound stages here at Universal Studios. You'll see Soundstage 50 coming up in front of us. And recently, our friends at Fox TV, they used Soundstage 50 for the show Bones, starring David Boreanaz.
Look, they're sweet.
He looks very upset.
When I talked to him, said the guy died in his arms.
Isn't the FBI?
FBI, yeah. We hear about the human remains.
That's him. Right over there.
You alright?
Here inside Soundstage 50 is the exact same set that they used for that episode of Bones. Take a really good look around. It's a recreation of a San Francisco subway system. You're going to notice on either side of the tram there are stairs on this set. Those stairs lead to a second floor above us. This is a two-level soundstage. Floor number 2 is set up to look like Waterfront Street in San Francisco. We have real cars and real trucks parked right above our heads on the second floor to make it look like the real Waterfront Street that you would find in the Bay Area. And having a two-level soundstage here at Universal Studios gives us a lot of flexibility when we're rolling. Alright guys, don't worry, it's a Trevor. They come and go here in California all the time. That's normal. Alright, that's not. Everybody just remain seated, remain calm, and put your seatbelts on because this could be the big one. Oh, now on the left, the ceiling is collapsing back there. And that truck is coming right at us. Look out, no! Oh. Well, at least you can see the second floor now. Hang on! No, that would hurt. Just hang on, everybody. Whoa! Oh, I shouldn't have chugged that huge soda right before the tour. I'm feeling it. Ugh. And I can't believe some of you are taking pictures at a time like this. That's very inappropriate. Whoa. No! Oh no, brace yourselves! That would hurt too. Whoa, 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 what's that sound? What is that? Oh no, on the left the train effect went off and the train's got nowhere to go. Alright, I think it's over. Oh, maybe not. Because what would an earthquake be without the toilets backing up? Remember, if you're sitting in a blue seat, you might get a little wet. Congratulations, you just survived your own disaster movie. That was Earthquake, the big one. That was a mechanical effect recreating an 8.3 earthquake on the Richter scale. And our friends at Fox TV used that same effect for that same episode of Bones. Take a look.
What's going on?
Let's get out of here! The water main just broke!
Now, even though it's not the nicest day here in Southern California, we're going to take you guys to the beach. We have our own beach here on the back lot. It's called Amity Island. If you heard of Amity, you probably heard about the shark problem that we have. But take a look over on the right-hand side of the tram. We solved the problem because we caught the pesky shark. There he is hanging up. If you're still looking to the right, you'll see a police boat in the water. There's nothing to worry about, guys. There's a diver down there. You see the bubbles? That's the diver. He's looking for other sharks, but I haven't seen any until right now, because on the right, that's a big old shark fin. Does the diver know? Diver guy, there is a shark in the water with you, pal. Did you see that fin? Dude, what are you doing? Dude, get out of the water. Swim. Oh, folks. I'm sorry you had to witness this. He had a lot of guts for being out there. Ew, and there they are. That's gross. Alright, nobody panic. I have an idea. How about we pull up behind these explosive barrels on the pier? We'll be safe there, right? As you can see, this water is hundreds of feet deep. Keep your eyes open. The shark is still out there somewhere. Where is he? Come on. Okay, he grabbed the bait on the barrel. We can track him, but we have a problem. That gas pump came loose and it's spraying gas on the dock. The gas got ignited by those sparks, and now we have a fire. Well, let's make the best of this. If anybody has hot dogs or marshmallows, break them out now. Oh, and the shark is attracted to fire. Yeah, I should have said something earlier. Sorry. Now, sometimes that pesky mollusk is a little too quick for people, so if you want another picture, keep your cameras turned to the right, and you can grab a shot of the only shark on the west coast that can do the backstroke. There he goes. That shark worked a lot better than the mechanical shark worked in the movie Jaws. When they brought that animatronic shark out to the middle of the Atlantic Ocean and they put him in the water for the very first time, he immediately sank to the bottom, which prompted the production crew to nickname the troubled movie Flaws. Think about it, you guys will get it. I have director Steven Spielberg here on today's tour with some of the cast from Jaws to tell you a little bit more about that mechanical menace.
That's a much maligned shark. The shark was frustrated. It didn't really work all the time. It didn't work hardly at all.
Wherever you were on the island, you would hear the radio waves. They were always saying, the shark is not working. Repeat, the shark is not working.
We just waited around. We just waited. The shark worked well enough for a while there, and had the biggest hit of all time. So I really owe the shark a lot.
And there's a picture of the happy couple. That's director Steven Spielberg with a mechanical shark that he named Bruce. He named the shark after his lawyer. True story. On the right-hand side of the tram on the hill, you'll see a house that we call the Chicken Ranch, and you may recognize the Chicken Ranch from these TV shows and movies.
Jail is
And earlier I forgot to mention that ABC does film Desperate Housewives here at Universal Studios. That Wisteria Lane is here in our back lot. That's where we are right now. So if you're a fan of the show, have your cameras ready. We'll give you the VIP tour of the neighborhood. We'll start everything over on the left-hand side of the tram. You guys see this pumpkin-colored house going by. That one is Eva Longoria's house. She plays Gabriella on the TV show, or Gabby for short. We'll keep everything over on the left-hand side of the tram to make it easier for you to take pictures. Coming up, you're going to see the yellow house passing by on the left. That one is Terry Hatcher's house. She plays Susan. Next to that on the left, you'll see the greenhouse going by. That one is Felicity Huffman's. She plays Lynette. If you're not familiar with Desperate Housewives, take a look at your screens. I'll show you a couple scenes from the show featuring the ladies and the houses.
If there is one thing everyone in suburbia can appreciate, it's a good neighbor.
What the heck? Let's move that.
That's Nicolette Sheridan. She played Edie. She's no longer on the show. She used to live in the house going by on the right, that pink house. However, this season, Vanessa Williams just moved in. Cloudy and cold today. You'll notice that the flowers here at Wisteria Lane look fantastic. There's a reason. They're plastic flowers, and that's one of the reasons we use plastic flowers on Wisteria Lane, because we never know what the weather will be here from one day to the next. And speaking of plastic flowers going by on the left, you'll see that dark blue house going by with the pretty plastic flowers in front of it. That one is Marsha Cross's house. She plays Bree Van de Kamp. Again, the house is here at Wisteria Lane, empty shells inside. We here at Universal Studios use Wisteria Lane, or Colonial Street as it was known before the ladies moved in, for outdoor exterior shooting only, with one exception. Nicolette Sheridan's old house, or Vanessa Williams' new house, however you want to look at it, that pink house at the end of the loop, that's what they call a practical house. That means it's practically real. There are sets on the inside that can be filmed. Now, for the Desperate Housewives fans, I know last season, season 7, ended on a cliffhanger, and a lot of people have been asking me, are the ladies back for season 8? Of course they are. And they're going to be filming season 8 right here on the Universal Studios back lot. As we leave Wisteria Lane behind, I'm going to take you guys to one of my favorite areas here at Universal Studios, and this area is synonymous with this dude right here.
You're the man you want, Mr. Grinch. You really are a heel.
You're as cuddly as a cactus, and as charming as an eel, Mr. Grinch.
You're a bad banana with a greasy black beard.
Not even summertime yet, and we're already talking about Christmas movies. That is Jim Carrey playing the Grinch in Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas. For the film, they built Whoville here on the Universal Studios back lot, and some of those sets are still standing. Take a look over on the left-hand side of the trail. We built these sets of Whoville out of, believe it or not, styrofoam. We used over 2 million linear feet of styrofoam for all the sets of the Grinch. We even used enough mixed on the film to cover 9 football fields. And here's the scene from the Grinch where these sets were featured.
Hey, Betty, sweetie!
The Who's don't only have to worry about the Grinch here on the back lot because they have a lot of weird neighbors. And I think you can call one of these dudes a real psycho. Keep your cameras pointed to the right-hand side of the tram because right around the bend you'll see my favorite place to stay. It is the Bates Motel. And up on the hill you'll see the infamous Psycho House featured in Alfred Hitchcock's classic thriller Psycho starring Anthony Perkins and Janet Leigh. And if anybody is on vacation here in Southern California and you're looking for a place to stay tonight, I understand the Bates Motel does have several rooms available.
We have 12 vacancies. 12 cabins, 12 vacancies.
How can you not trust a face like that? Keep those cameras out. We're going to show you one of the largest sets ever constructed for a motion picture. We're going to take you inside the crash site from Steven Spielberg's War of the Worlds. Once we get inside, we'll stop the tram for a few minutes so you can grab some fantastic pictures. So this goes without saying, keep those cameras ready. Trust me, you're not going to believe what you're about to see. This is all that remains of the neighborhood that Tom Cruise hides out in the film. And yes, on the left-hand side of the tram, that is a real Boeing 747 that Paramount and DreamWorks Pictures destroyed for the making of this scene from Steven Spielberg's War of the Worlds.
The airplane crash site set is a perfect example of a set that is all designed around a vision that Steven had.
When we first began to sit down to talk about the War of the World, I thought, what if the 747 goes down right in a big neighborhood? Because it's just something you don't see.
You're doing good. You're doing great. Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen, I want you to close your eyes, okay? Now close.
Mommy.
Robbie, get in. Get in.
As I mentioned, mentioned, this is one of the largest physical sets ever constructed for a motion picture, but Steven Spielberg also used 500 special effect shots in the making of War of the Worlds, and that's more effect shots than he's ever used in any of his previous movies. For the next part of the tour, I'm going to turn it over to former tour host Whoopi Goldberg. She's going to give you a little bit of a visual aid on what we're going to see next.
So by now, we get that around here stuff isn't always what it seems, or where it seems. The Universal map lot can double as basically any city or place in the world, but... I'm sorry, what did you say? Yeah, you in the third car. What about the middle of the ocean? Okay.